If you are a pensioner in the United Kingdom, or if you have a loved one who is, you need to listen extremely closely because as of April 1st, 2026, the cost of your television license has officially changed. The government has implemented a significant price hike, and while the extra pounds might seem small to some, for millions of households on a fixed income, every penny counts. But here is the part they do not always shout from the rooftops. There are massive savings available that could see your bill drop to zero or be cut in half. Yet thousands of people are still paying the full price simply because they have not claimed what they are legally entitled to. Tonight, we are breaking down the new rules, the new costs, and exactly how you can keep your money in your pocket instead of sending it to the taxman. This is not just about a few pounds. It is about your rights as a citizen and ensuring you are not being overcharged during a cost of living crisis that refuses to quit. Plus one. The headline news for 2026 is that the annual cost of a color television license has risen to £180. This is an increase from the previous price of £174.50, following the government's decision to link the fee to the Consumer Price Index inflation rate. For those who still use a black and white television, the fee has moved up to £60.50. While an extra £5.50 a year might sound like the equivalent of 46 pence a month, it is the principle of the matter. At a time when energy bills and food prices are still a major concern, being asked to pay nearly £200 just to watch live television feels like a heavy burden. But for many pensioners, there is a golden ticket that cancels this bill entirely, and it is more important than ever that you check your eligibility tonight. Plus two. The most important saving you need to know about is the free television license for those aged 75 or over. However, there is a massive catch that catches people out every single year. Simply being 75 is no longer enough to get your license for free. To qualify, the license holder must be aged 75 or older, and they, or their partner living at the same address, must be in receipt of pension credit. This is the crucial link that determines whether you pay £180 or nothing at all. Pension credit is a passport benefit, meaning it opens the door to a whole host of other savings, including help with heating bills, council tax, and health costs. If you are 74 years old and already receiving pension credit, you can actually apply for your free license right now so that it kicks in the moment you hit your 75th birthday. This proactive approach is the best way to ensure there is no gap in your coverage and no unexpected bills. Plus three. The tragedy is that according to the latest figures, hundreds of thousands of eligible pensioners are not claiming the pension credit they are entitled to. This means they are not only missing out on extra weekly income, but are also needlessly paying for their television license. If you think you might be eligible, even if you own your own home or have some savings, you must check. The Department for Work and Pensions has a dedicated phone line and an online calculator specifically for this. It is a simple check that could save you thousands of pounds over the coming years. Do not assume you are not eligible just because you have a small private pension. The limits are often higher than people realize, and the payoff for checking is massive. We are talking about an extra few £1,000s a year in your pocket when you combine the benefit itself with the secondary savings like the TV license. If you are not eligible for a completely free license, do not despair, because there are other significant discounts that often go unnoticed. For instance, if you or someone you live with is registered as blind or severely sight impaired, you are entitled to a 50% concession. This means instead of paying £180, you only pay £90. To claim this, you simply need to provide a copy of the document confirming the visual impairment and ensure the license is in the name of the person who is registered blind. This is a permanent discount that can save you £90 every single year, yet many people forget to renew their status or do not realize that a partner's registration can cover the whole household's license. It is a straightforward process, but it requires that initial step of notification to the TV licensing authority. There is also a very specific type of license known as the Accommodation for Residential Care license. This is available to people who live in certain types of residential care homes, sheltered housing, or supported living. If you fall into this category, your television license could cost as little as £7.50 per year. This is a staggering saving compared to the standard £180 fee. To get this, You usually need to speak with your scheme manager or care home administrator, as they have to apply for the special license on behalf of the residents. If you have recently moved into sheltered accommodation, this should be one of the first things you ask about. Many people assume it is included in their rent or service charge, but often you need to be specifically added to the scheme's license to benefit from the reduced rate. Plus one. Another way to save money in 2026 is by looking at how you pay. The government is continuing to support the Simple Payment Plan, which was designed for people who find it difficult to save for a large annual bill. This plan allows you to spread the cost into much smaller, more manageable fortnightly or monthly installments. While it does not change the total amount you pay, it prevents that sudden shock to your bank account once a year. For many pensioners on a tight monthly budget, this is the difference between staying on top of bills and falling into debt. You can sign up for this through the television licensing website or over the phone. It is a much more modern way of handling the fee and ensures you are never caught short when the renewal notice arrives in the post. Plus two. We also need to address the rising trend of license-free living. In 2026, more people than ever are realizing they might not actually need a license at all. You only need a television license if you watch or record live television on any channel, including international channels, or if you use the BBC iPlayer service. If you only watch on-demand services like Netflix, Disney Plus, or Amazon Prime, and you never watch live broadcasts as they are being aired, you do not need a license. For many pensioners who find themselves watching less traditional TV and more streaming services, this could be a way to save £180 instantly. However, you must be careful. If you watch a live stream on YouTube or any other platform of a broadcast that is currently on air, you are back in the territory where a license is required. The consequences of getting this wrong are becoming more severe. Television licensing enforcement is becoming increasingly digital, with more advanced data matching between government departments. If you claim you do not need a license, but are found to be watching live TV, you can face a £1,000 fine. This is why it is so important to either pay the fee, claim your exemption, or officially declare that you do not need one. Do not just stop paying without letting them know, as this will trigger a series of letters and potential visits from enforcement officers that can be very distressing. The system is designed to track who has a license and who does not, and with modern technology, they are better at it than ever before. For those who are 75 or older and living in the Isle of Man or the Channel Islands, the rules are slightly different, so it is worth checking with your local authorities there. But for the vast majority of the United Kingdom, the pension credit link remains the most vital piece of the puzzle. If you are struggling with the cost of living in 2026, please do not let this £180 bill be an unnecessary burden. Check your eligibility for pension credit tonight. Talk to your family members and see if they can help you with the online application. Many people find the forms daunting, but the potential reward is far too high to ignore. There are also community groups and charities like Age UK that offer free advice and help with the forms. They know exactly how the system works and can help you navigate the bureaucracy to ensure you get every penny you deserve. Remember, the television license fee increase is now in effect. The new price of £180 is the reality for the next year. But with the right information and a little bit of legwork, many of you will never have to pay that amount ever again. Do not let the government keep your money just because you did not ask for it back. Stay informed, stay covered, and make sure you are taking advantage of every pensioner saving available in 2026. One of the most overlooked aspects of the 2026 update is the over 74 application process. If you are 74 years old and you receive pension credit, you do not have to wait until your birthday to take action. You can apply for your free over 75 license right now. This ensures a seamless transition so that you never have to pay another penny once you reach that milestone age. Many people wait until they get a renewal letter after their 75th birthday, but by then, they might have already paid for a month or two that they did not need to. Being proactive is the name of the game when it comes to saving money on government fees. Furthermore, the government has recently expanded the Simple Payment Plan to more households. Initially, this was a trial, but as of this month, it is being rolled out as a permanent fixture for those in financial difficulty. If you find the £180 fee impossible to pay in one go, This plan allows you to pay in small increments, sometimes as little as £3 a week. This is specifically designed to help those on low incomes avoid the risk of prosecution for non-payment. If you are worried about your ability to pay the new fee, do not bury your head in the sand. Contact the licensing authority and ask about the simple payment plan. It is a much safer option than simply ignoring the bill and hoping it goes away. We also have to talk about the digital iPlayer crackdown. Starting tonight, the BBC is implementing stricter measures to identify who is using the iPlayer service without a license. They are using data matching technology to link your BBC account, which requires an email and a postcode, to the television licensing database. If you have an account but no license at that address, you can expect to receive a very specific letter asking for clarification. This is part of the BBC's effort to close the funding gap and ensure that everyone who uses the service is paying their fair share. If you are a pensioner who only uses the iPlayer for catch-up, remember that this still requires a full license under the current laws. For those living in households with multiple generations, the rules are also worth reviewing. The free license for an over 75 on pension credit covers everyone living in that household. This means if a grandparent lives with their children and grandchildren, and the grandparent is the one on the license and receiving the credit, the entire family is covered for free. This can be a massive saving for a struggling family. However, the license must be in the name of the eligible pensioner. If it is currently in a younger person's name, you will need to contact TV licensing to have it transferred to the eligible person to take advantage of the free cover. Another key change in 2026 is the inflationary adjustment clause. The government has confirmed that for the remainder of the current BBC charter, which runs until the end of 2027, the license fee will continue to rise every April in line with the Consumer Price Index. This means that next year, we could be looking at a fee of £185 or even £190. This makes it even more critical to get your exemptions sorted now. Once you are on a free license, these annual increases no longer affect you. You are insulated from the rising cost of television for the rest of your life as long as you remain eligible for pension credit. Plus one, there is also a lot of misinformation circulating online about the abolition of the television license. While there is a government review ongoing regarding the future of the BBC's funding model beyond 2027, for tonight and for the next 2 years, the license is a legal requirement. Do not be misled by social media posts claiming that the fee has already been scrapped or that it is optional. Following that advice could lead you straight into a courtroom with a massive fine. Always rely on official government sources and reputable news outlets for your information on legal requirements. The current law is very clear. If you watch live TV or iPlayer, you need a license. If you find yourself in a position where you have paid for a full year, but suddenly become eligible for a free license, perhaps because you just started receiving pension credit, you are entitled to a refund for any full months remaining on your old license. Many pensioners do not realize they can get this money back. You don't just have to wait for the old one to expire. You can claim the refund as soon as your free license is granted. This can put £70 or £80 back into your bank account immediately, which is a huge help during the winter months when heating bills are at their highest. The process of applying for a free license has also been simplified for 2026. You can now do it entirely online, which is much faster than the old paper-based system. If you are not comfortable with computers, there is a dedicated phone line where a human being will walk you through the process step by step. They are trained to be patient and helpful, particularly with elderly callers. Do not let a fear of technology stop you from claiming your £180 saving. The people on the other end of the phone are there to help you, not to catch you out. In summary, the landscape of television licensing for pensioners in 2026 is one of rising costs, but also significant opportunities for savings. The rise to £180 is a blow, but the free license for those on pension credit remains a vital safety net. With hundreds of thousands of people missing out on this, the mission tonight is to make sure you are not one of them. Check your pension credit eligibility. Look into the 50% blind concession, and if you are in residential care, make sure you are on the £7.50 rate. The money you save today can be used for things that are far more important than a television license. As we move further into 2026, stay vigilant. The government and the BBC are under pressure to maximize revenue, which means enforcement will only get tighter. But by knowing the rules and claiming your legal exemptions, you can watch your favorite programs with total peace of mind, knowing that you are not paying a single penny more than you have to. This is about financial independence and making sure the system works for you, not against you. Don't miss out on these 2026 savings. Take action tonight and tell your friends and neighbors to do the same. We are all in this together, and by sharing this information, we can make sure no pensioner in the United Kingdom is left struggling with an unnecessary bill. The impact of these changes goes beyond just the individual. When more pensioners claim pension credit, it shows the government the true level of need in our communities. This data is used to shape future policies and support packages. By claiming what you are entitled to, you are participating in a system designed to support the most vulnerable. It is not charity. It is a benefit you have paid into through your years of work and national insurance contributions. You have earned this support, so do not feel any shame or hesitation in claiming it. The £180 saving is just the beginning of what pension credit can do for you. We also have to consider the switchover period. Many older televisions are being phased out in favor of smart TVs that come preloaded with streaming apps. If you find that you are only using these apps and have disconnected your aerial entirely, you are in a prime position to cancel your license. However, remember the live TV rule. If you use an app like ITVX or Channel 4 to watch a program as it is being broadcast live, you still need that license. The definition of live is the key. If it is happening right now and you are watching it, the law applies. If it is a box set you are binging at your own pace, you are generally safe. This distinction is the most common point of confusion for motorists and homeowners alike. Looking ahead to the rest of 2026, we can expect more debates about the universal nature of the license fee. There are many voices in Parliament calling for it to be replaced by a household levy or a subscription model. But until that day comes, the current rules are the ones we must live by. The April 1st price hike is just the first of many changes we might see this year as the BBC Charter Review picks up steam. We will be here to keep you updated on every twist and turn, but for now, the priority is the £180 fee and the ways you can avoid it. Make sure you keep your television license documents in a safe place, along with your pension credit award letter. Having these to hand makes any future queries or renewals much smoother. If you move house, you must update your details immediately to avoid being flagged as an unlicensed household. The transition to a new home is a common time for people to fall through the cracks and end up with a fine. It only takes a few minutes to update your address online, and it can save you hours of stress later on. In conclusion, the 2026 television license update is a wake-up call for all pensioners in the United Kingdom. The cost is going up, but the path to a free license is still open for those who need it most. Do not let this opportunity pass you by. Take the time tonight to verify your status, help a neighbor check theirs, and let's make sure that every pensioner who is entitled to a free license gets one. £180 is a lot of money to give away for no reason. Keep it in your pocket, enjoy your television, and stay ahead of the game in 2026. This has been your essential guide to the new television license rules. Don't be left behind, and don't pay more than you have to. The information is here, the savings are real, and the time to act is now. The sheer volume of pensioners who are currently leaving money on the table by not claiming pension credit is one of the greatest hidden scandals in the United Kingdom today. It is estimated that over £2 billion in pension credit goes unclaimed every year. When you realize that each of those unclaimed benefits could also mean a free television license, the scale of the missed opportunity becomes clear. This is money that could be spent on better food, warmer homes, or helping out grandchildren. The television license is just one piece of a much larger financial puzzle that can significantly improve your quality of life. Another vital point to remember is the partner rule. If you are under 75, but you live with a partner who is 75 or over and receives pension credit, you are covered. The person who applies for the license just needs to be the one who meets the criteria. This is a common situation where a younger spouse might be the one who usually handles the bills. In this case, you should make sure the license is in the older partner's name to ensure the household gets the free coverage. It is a simple administrative change that can save the family £180 a year. As we look at the broader economic picture of 2026, it is clear that the age premium is becoming more significant. The government is increasingly using age-based criteria and benefit-linked passports to target support. While this can be frustratingly complex, it also means that for those who do the research, the savings are substantial. The television license is perhaps the most visible example of this, but the same logic applies to prescriptions, dental care, and even travel. Being a savvy senior in 2026 means knowing exactly which boxes to tick to maximize your income. There is also the matter of the winter fuel payment, which, in recent years, has also seen changes in how it is distributed. Like the television license, many of these supports are now being targeted toward those on pension credit. This makes the pension credit application the single most important financial move a pensioner can make in 2026. It is no longer just about a weekly top-up. It is the key that unlocks a whole treasury of support. If you have been hesitant to apply in the past because you didn't want handouts, please reconsider. This is about getting the support the law says you deserve. For those who are tech-savvy, there are also various apps and websites that can help you track your household spending and identify where you might be overpaying for services like the TV license. Some of these apps can even alert you when new government grants or rebates become available. In this digital age, having the right tools at your fingertips can make a huge difference in how far your pension stretches. However, always be wary of scams. Official government services will never ask for your bank details via text message or a random phone call. Always go through the official gov.uk website or the official TV licensing portal. The BBC has also been expanding its local radio and regional news services in an effort to provide more value for the license fee, especially for older audiences who rely on these services for community information. While the fee increase is unpopular, the BBC argues that it is necessary to maintain these vital public services. Whether you agree with the fee or not, if you're going to pay it, or if you are eligible for it to be covered, you should make sure you are getting the full value out of the services it provides. From high-quality documentaries to local traffic and weather, the license fee funds a vast array of content. In the coming months of 2026, we expect to see more enforcement sweeps, where licensing officers visit areas with high numbers of unlicensed properties. These are not meant to be intimidating, but they are a reminder that the law is being enforced. If you have your free license or your blind concession in place, you have absolutely nothing to worry about. You can simply show your documentation and the officer will be on their way. This is why having your paperwork in order is so important. It provides that layer of protection and peace of mind. To wrap this up, the message for 2026 is clear. The cost of the television license is up, but so is the potential for savings. By linking the free license to pension credit, the government has created a system where the most vulnerable are protected, but only if they take action to claim that protection. Do not be one of the thousands who pay the full £180 when they don't have to. Check your eligibility, apply for your concessions, and make sure your household is legally and financially optimized for the year ahead. Your pension is your hard-earned money, and every pound you save on a television license is a pound you can spend on your own terms. Stay informed, stay proactive, and let's make 2026 a year of major savings for every pensioner in the United Kingdom. This is your right, your money, and your television. Make sure you are getting the best deal possible. The new rules started this morning, so do not wait another day to get your finances in order. The clock is ticking, and those £180 bills are already being printed. Make sure yours is the one that says zero balance due. Finally, consider the legacy of the license fee. It has been a part of British life for a century, but its future is more uncertain than ever. By engaging with the system now and claiming your rightful discounts, you are also making your voice heard in the ongoing debate about how our national broadcaster should be funded. Whether the license survives another decade or is replaced by something else, your priority today is your own household budget. £180 may seem like a small part of a national budget, but it is a significant part of yours. Treat it with the importance it deserves. Take the steps we have discussed tonight and secure your television viewing for the future. You have worked hard for your retirement. Don't let a television license fee take more than its fair share. The 2026 updates are live, and the savings are waiting for you. Get started tonight and enjoy the peace of mind that comes with knowing you have done your homework and protected your wallet. This is the ultimate guide to the 2026 television license changes. Use it to your advantage and don't miss out on the savings you deserve.